Hello, myself Shivangi Lohmi. I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company. I'm from Yashwantrao Chavan Law College, Pune, Maharashtra. Today, my topic is Doctrine of Severability. Article 13 of the Indian Constitution read, all laws in force in India before the commencement of Constitution, in so as far as they are inconsistent with the provisions of fundamental rights, shall to the extent of that inconsistency be void. The pressing aspect of the aforementioned clause must be explained with clarity. When a particular part of a statute bounds beyond the fundamental rights of the Constitution, the very part of the statute or act would be declared void, provided that the unconstitutional part of the statute or law is separable. But if the unconstitutional part of the statute is inseparable, then the entire statute would be held void. Hence, severability finds its significant place while invalidating an unconstitutional portion of a statute. Doctrine of severability in Article 13 can be understood in two dimensions. Article 13, Clause 1 validates all pre-constitutional law and thereby declares that all pre-constitutional laws in force before the commencement of the Indian Constitution shall be void if they are inconsistent with the fundamental rights. Second, Article 13, Clause 2 mandates the state that it shall not make any law which takes away or abridges the fundamental rights conferred in Part 3 of Indian Constitution, and any law contraventions this clause shall be void. Evolution of the doctrine. The doctrine of severability is not a principle that was found after the Indian Constitution, rather. It has been in existence in the judicial system of England for long. For the first time, the doctrine of severability was applied to decide the case Nordenfelt versus Maxim Nordenfelt Guns and Ammunition Company Limited 1876. But it was held that though the conditions of contract were at the interest of the parties, the restraint of trade is considered to be void ab initio in the common law. Subsequently, the court observed that the contract is against the reasonable scope of public policy. The interrogation was about the severability, that is, whether the unreasonable clauses of the contract could be fragmented and still make the contract valid. The court tries not to nullify more of a legislature's work than is necessary, mindful that its constitutional mandate and institutional competence are limited. The court restrains itself from rewriting the state law to conform it to constitutional requirements. The touchstone for any decision about remedies legislative intent. In the fullness of the time, the doctrine of severability was found to be included in the constitution of many countries like USA, Australia, Malaysia and India as well. The Indian Constitution had picked up the best features from other constitutions, the fundamental rights from the USA and the doctrine of severability from the UK. By adopting the doctrine of severability, the Indian Constitution upholds the principle of natural justice. This video doesn't solicit any types of promotion or advertisements as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for education purposes only. Please like, share and comment on my video and do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.